Good afternoon, everyone, from beautiful British Columbia. We're in White Rock now. Just been here a couple of days, here for my granddaughter's graduation and 18th birthday. That makes me feel so old. Anyway, last week we went to a little place in Winnipeg called the Oxbow. Fabulous food, by the way. Definitely recommend you try it. And they had a martini that was to die for. It was called the Very Good Martini. I went to the kitchen and I went to the bar, I guess, and asked the chef if he could make one for me and show me how he made it. And he did. Now, this is going to take a fair amount of work if you really want to make one, but I really recommend you go and try one there first because they are delicious. And shout out to the young lady who recognized me in the restaurant. Hi, I hope you're watching this one tonight. This one's for you. Okay, it's called a Very Good Martini, and you will understand why when you have it. But as I said, a lot of work. So the first thing you have to do is you have to make a olive oil washed vodka. So you take a full bottle of vodka, or half bottle, which is what I did, and add, for a full bottle, 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Now, if you check recipes, some of them will tell you to use a lot more olive oil than that. I don't know as it's necessary, but that's what I did, and it tastes good. So you take that and mix it up really well, and then keep it either in the fridge or the freezer. I threw mine into the freezer. Remove the olive oil off the top, and then strain it a couple of times through cheesecloth to get rid of all of the olive oil, the solid olive oil that you might have. So of that, we're going to put 2 ounces of the olive oil washed vodka. And here was my next dilemma. The next thing you're going to use is Dolin vermouth. It's a white vermouth. Unfortunately, I could not find any in BC. There's lots in Winnipeg, but not here. This one I had in my cupboard, but I had it in my cupboard. That should tell you something right away. Don't leave your vermouth in the cupboard. It's not got a great taste. So I went and bought something that was recommended that it's very similar, not necessarily the same. So I hope it's going to taste somewhat the same. Anyway, this one is a white, very dry vermouth as well. 3/4 of an ounce of that. It's always tough to do the 3/4, but I'll see what I can do. 3/4 of an ounce. Now here's the other fun part. You make a salt brine, which is pretty easy, just salt and water. And then you make a pepper brine, and the pepper brine is vodka and pepper. And you put, I don't know, a few tablespoons of pepper into some vodka, let it sit overnight in the fridge, and it looks like this. Strain out the pepper, and you go from there. Now, he said 13 drops of each. I think that's a bit difficult to do, but I figured it out to be about 50 milliliters. So that's what I'm doing, 50 milliliters of each. I'm not going to sit and make you watch me drop 13 drops of each in. There we go. And that's it. So when I say that's it, I mean, that's a fair amount of work, but still it's worth it. Give it a really good shake. Get rid of our sign. They had the cutest little martini glass, which came from Cocktail Emporium and which I ordered. I don't have them here, but I will have some coming home to Winnipeg, and I can see my taster going, what? More martini glasses? Anyway, couldn't help it. They were really cute. Really good shake. Pour it into your glass. Now it's very cold, so it might take a bit to get it all in here. There we go. Now the most fun part of this one was what they did at the very end. This was another thing I had to make. Basil and olive oil mixed. You take another eyedropper and you're going to put in just 3 little drops. 1, 2, 3. It looks really pretty. Oh, you can see that. But after a while, as soon as it starts to warm up a bit, the olive oil will meld and it will go together. So it'll be just one big lump of green. But anyway, right now it looks really pretty. So my taster is going to come and see if it does taste the same, and I sure hope it does. Give it a try. Fingers crossed. As I said, not the same vermouth, but maybe close. He's really thinking about this one. Oh, it gets 2 thumbs up. Okay, did it taste a little bit like the one we had? Oh, it did. Oh, awesome. I'm going to try it now. Oh, it really did taste like it. It's very, very tasty. As I said, try and find the Dolin vermouth. I think it'll be a little bit better. But the rest of it, a little bit of work, but absolutely worth it. A very good martini. Thank you to the Oxbow and the bartender there for doing this with me. And enjoy. See you next time. Bye-bye.